Spectrum, I got a bone to pick with you. Upgrade our internet. I don't know what's going on. This Wi-Fi kind of stuff. Okay, let's get this set up. Boom, bam. Create. Let's just add products now. And then we're going to officially get rocking, just so that you guys get to kind of see the sneak peek behind the scenes of me getting everything set up for like live streams and whatnot. It's a combination of using StreamYard, using our phones. I basically have 3 devices I use at this point. And the goal is over time to continuously enhance the angles, enhance the quality of the equipment that I'm using. I was telling Carrie yesterday, we we're actually watching a video breaking down how this particular person is able to get like 100 pieces of video from their setup at any given week and any given time. And it's because they have literally like 5 different cameras set up. They have like crazy lighting, not crazy, but just like very intentional lighting. And that was the one thing I was telling Carrie I missed about having in my house I used to live in Weaverville. I had a dedicated garage, like office space that was a gym / office. I had like all my cameras set up. I had all my lighting, everything I needed set up in there. And then once obviously going through a divorce and moving out and kind of adjust, like moved into an apartment, and then we moved into another house, and then we moved into this house. Felt like a little challenging get the official like filming space set up, because I feel like, you know, have yet to purchase our forever home. That was a subsequent like just chain reaction. So my point of saying all this is, while I'm like working through these things, it's interesting to show you guys a little bit of behind the scenes. Okay, cool. So it looks like we got all the products tagged. And this is the cool thing learning about TikTok too. The difference it makes to actually have products in your, that like I am demonstrating or have featured versus not, it reaches a completely different audience. So it's kind of interesting to note, right? I'll check the comments. And then, yeah, in about another minute here, we're going to get our actual like Pomodoro timer working, so I can get into the full-fledged workflow, as it were. All right, so getting this. And then today, like really just to set like my intentions, I like to share for accountability reasons what I'm doing with my workflow. Let's see if I can actually use the studio. I'm going to try and actually use my camera I have set up. For whatever reason, it hasn't been syncing. I've been using this OBS bot, but I think because it's a older model, I have to update some kind of software. Uh-oh. It just jacked. Let's see if we can retry and connect using the OBS bot camera that I want it to use. So we're going to try and see if I can get that to fix it. Classic. Okay, let's see if we can do that. Boom. Either way, we're going to get into some follow-up tasks until I get an official billing company for, because now the cool thing about having insurance is we can submit claims. Tricky thing is someone has to submit those claims, and I have yet to onboard and pick a company we're going to partner with to do that for me. So like dialing in the system and the process that I want to use. So then when I work with a company, know what codes and I can trust them and like communicate properly and put out all the things that we want. So knowing that and saying all that leads me to say, I'm going to have some time to submit some claims today. We're going to see like, again, what we can get back from that. And then also plugging some follow-up with some corporate outreach, working with even some government contracting kind of stuff. There's a lot of interesting things we got going down. A lot of excitement, I should say. Okay. So we got that. That's ready to start. Let's see if I can, no video. Let's see if we can connect a video. Okay. I need to get add a source, camera, add camera source. Let's see what we got. I wonder if I can do this camera as well. Can I do this at the same time? Ooh, can I do both? Can I do both? This will be a game changer if we can do both here. I don't think I could. Delete that. Let's see if we can do both. This will be super cool if I can use, because I was under the impression if I use my camera on StreamYard, I can't use that same camera on TikTok, but maybe we can. Let's go live. No, okay. No, let's go to here. No, video. How do I add my video? Video source. I guess I can. Look at that. Let's go. Okay, here we go. So looks like this is working. Let me know on TikTok if you guys can see this. I'm gonna check the comments. Make sure this is up and running. It looks like StreamYard's still running. That is super cool. I don't actually need this backup. I don't need this other camera plugged in as well. So look at that. I can actually use my camera for both TikTok as well as StreamYard, so I can break down my OBS. I had my OBS bot on a tripod. I also had my I have like 3 different brands that I have for like my extensions and whatnot. So I was using that to plug it in. Looks like I don't need that. Ironically, look, I also have this beautiful Sony a6000 camera that I've yet to be able to use since I've moved out of the Weaverville house back in like 2023. I just got so many cool pieces I've accumulated over the years for like content creation, but the tricky thing for me is getting it set up. That's like where I run into challenges. All right, we're going to close out of the studio, close this part out. Let's see. Let me check my live dashboard. Make sure that the analytics is running. And then, all right, so we're going to set the timer here. Okay. Looks like we're good. Yeah, okay, it's running. Cool beans. Let's get off to the races, as it were. So I'm going to set my Pomodoro timer to officially get our first workflow. We're probably only going to do one full 25-minute workflow and then maybe a 15-minute workflow, but I'm pulling up the Pomodoro timer and get 25 minutes on the clock. And the goal here is to just basically work. I'm starting the clock. We're officially off and rocking. We're going to, again, work, go through different things. If you have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. The idea here is to be productive and to get stuff done. So I'm going to pull up my planner, go through my checklist of different things I have. For example, submitting claims, following up with different companies or different contracts and different things that I get to do. So we got some claims. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I'm going to explore a new extension we have. Some other fun pieces to that. Let's get off to it, y'all. And then again, today at noon, Carrie's going to be doing some yoga. So if you guys want to stay tuned for that. Oh, what's up, KPC? I see you, homie. Dropping by as per usual, getting a little productivity session in, just basically like body doubling. We work. You guys can chat if you want to. I'm going to be pretty quiet. Eventually, we'll get it done. Okay, I'll close that out. Boom. Okay, so I'm going to need this over here. Go into so we're going to submit 2 claims today. Visit, add new visit. Okay. The one thing I'm continuously learning and playing with is like we have these lists of CPT codes that I can use and that my team can use. So it's like finding the right codes and organizing and submitting them in the correct fashion to insurance to make sure we are like doing things as efficiently as possible, but also as like legitimately as possible, if that makes sense, and not having any issues circling back in the future. Good morning, y'all. What's cracking? How we doing? All right, I'm gonna drop in the comments as well for our body doubling. Okay. I'm also simultaneously going to be submitting some blogs here. I got rid of some new blogs. Submit that. Stay check. TLDR, nice. Boom. Nice. Okay, let's download that. All right, now I'm just reviewing my last article I wrote, making sure I'm cleaning it up, and then I get to submit that. Drop that here. Now I'm just going to review I got to pull up my other one to review that. All right, now let's pull up last one. Let's see, do we have questions coming in? See if we have any questions. Is there? Okay. Jumps a lot of channels. Thursday, Thursday, 11 p.m. Nice. Try an article. Let's look for our next pieces here that we want to do. Okay, where are we at time? This is like 15 minutes. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that one. Let's go here. Let's just review this one. Let's see. One of these sounds good. Write an ADHD. Oh, that's a good one. Check out some of these topics. How to write an ADHD-friendly email. I'm going through one of the contracts that I work with, picking out different topics. Each week, I like to write 2 blog posts and update things. Eventually, I'm going to repurpose all of this, and I'll put it on the LOF blog as well with our own spin that is aligned with our own message and not just going off of theirs. But Yeah, some of these topics I really appreciate, like how to write an ADHD friendly email, especially someone with ADHD. There can be some tricky variables to it. It can be long worded and winded, but we also like don't want that. So I think it's ironic and hilarious sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna do that for 20th. Same progress. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Do one more. I like to do 2 a week. It's going to be on the 20th, 20, so 26, and then we'll do one more. Okay. Oh. Stop budgeting apps. That's another one I like too. Budgeting apps for ADHD. That's a good one. Maybe it won't surprise you. There can be some challenges. Like all of us can face like challenges with budgeting and whatnot, but like especially with the ADHD oriented like impulsivity, spending, wanting instant dopamine and gratification, there can be some like interesting challenges around that. So being able to account for that and have tools, resources, and strategies. Like I'm fortunate both my parents are accountants and I'm not like perfect with finances, but leveraging a lot of the things they've taught me. Now, if I would have listened like 20 years ago, that would have been great. I didn't listen to my parents right away when they advised me on all the things they advised me. In hindsight, if I would have listened, obviously I would have saved a lot more money, had more money, but you got to learn the way you got to learn, you know? Nowadays, I listen to like, again, obviously before investing in things, pay off all of the debt as possible, get rid of that, don't acquire new debt, take risks. Veronica, thanks for the follow, by the way. But I'm excited for like this article that I'll be writing next week on top budgeting apps for ADHD. That'll be a fun one because it's not just the strategies, it's using different tools and apps to be aware of it. Because if we can't measure it, you can't manage it, as it were. But I appreciate the follow. And again, if you have questions, by the way, Veronica or whomever, on any of the platforms, feel free to ask. Right now, we're just like silently working through stuff, featuring different products related to my silent workflow, like my coffee and my protein. Using my journal, which I'm going to cross off my task related to getting our blog post done. Which, okay. Oh, I did that too. I got the check this schedule out for feedback. Oh, I got to circle back with Genius schedule. Check the feedback. I think that looks good though. Let's see if Liz messaged me. Let me whoop. There. Okay, so we got that. We got both of those set up. Cool. Okay, cool. Share. Link. Drop it in here. Boom. Okay. Let's go through. Ooh, ADHD and restless leg syndrome. I forgot. I completely. This is the ironic part of ADHD. I was so focused on getting the new articles in, I forgot to review the one I'm submitting right now. So let's review it real quick. ADHD, restless leg. Okay. For those of you that are watching, who deals with restless leg syndrome? Something that you guys have to factor into with. Always curious, our audience, who's dealing with what. You know what I mean? Oh, no sound. Good to know. How about that? That's interesting. Let's see where. How about now? Can you? I wonder if the audio is working through now. Let's check the settings. Product settings. No, we want common settings. That's good. Low. Can you hear? Yeah. All right, I'm just delayed to the chat. That's where sometimes you get in the work. We got about 7 more minutes here. What about that? Oh, this is kind of sketchy. Okay, it's like there, but it just seems. I'm kind of like going through TikTok. Let's see. How about here? Best viewer. What's up, spammy spam? Get out of here with that spam. I see you driving. Yeah, let me know also as well if you guys are watching on any of the platforms, if the audio has any issues. It looks like it's fine on Amazon. Let's check actually Amazon. Yeah, Amazon's good. Looks like it should be fine over here as well. TikTok might be the only one that's a little like sketchy. Okay, looks good about the author. Okay. Let's download. That looks clean. It's not, I don't know if I want to call it that. It's not the right one at all. This one. Here we go. That looks good though. Okay. I almost downloaded the wrong one. Example. Version with Lex usually depends on that. Okay, let's close that out. Doc. Done. Google Doc. Share. Sources. Let's see, learn more about that out. Bonus tip. Time of it. Okay. Looks like you guys can hear me okay. That's good. Just add about the author. Okay. Share. Copy link. Okay. Close that out. Close that out. Summarize. Not. Okay. Okay. Cool. So we got the blogs done. That's checked off. Sent. Okay, the next thing I have got, oh yeah, Sam, like that, nice. Okay, got that. Okay, let's go into it. See, where's our time? I got like 2.5 minutes. This is the tricky part. This is a pro tip when it comes to like ADHD. So I set this on 2.5 minutes. stuff. I'm not going to start a completely new task and then get interrupted, but I will set up myself for success for the next flow so that I can get it done, which is going into my notes, looking at codes I want to use for this next claim. I was just saying that as a patient. Okay. So oh yeah, that's a great call. It's a great call. Great template for that. That would be clutch. Right there. 1 minute. Perfect. Is create a template. Like perfect timing as well. So we got about 10 seconds before this first round is going to wrap up. I'm to let AI do its thing to help organize my template here because I have my list of codes. I know what I want to submit. Now I just need to like have it organized. So I'm going to let it do its thing there. And I'm going to pull up my stream, see what questions, if anything's popping in from here. All right. Also with this, we're going to set a timer. So the key thing is we're going to take a 5-minute break here. What I like to do on my breaks in between to help with the task transition is do usually 3 things: breathe, stretch, and then address any like bodily needs, like getting fluids, getting some more coffee, things like that. So I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. I'm going to come back, breathe, stretch. We'll get into our next workflow. Also, I'll have some coffee ready. So BRBs, hold it down, y'all. Don't miss me too much. I'll be right back. Do you know what it is? All right, y'all. So we're getting the coffee. Yeah, do you see what's going on? Yeah, you say hi to everybody. You want to hang out? Like, not on camera, but do you want to hang out in here while I'm working, or do you want to go in the living room? You going to party it up?
Yes.
Nice. What are you playing with? Ooh, radish. All right, we're letting the coffee heat up. We got 2.5 more minutes. So I'm going to get the coffee. We're going to come back. We're going to breathe, stretch, and then get into our next work. All right, y'all. So while that coffee is heating, oh, what's going on? I see you, Nick. What's up? What's up, man? Good morning. While we're getting the hot coffee heated up in between our workflows, we're gonna take the next about 30 seconds to breathe. And the goal here again is we're gonna do nasal breathing in, oral breathing out, or mouth breathing out. I don't even know what the best name to claim that is, but breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Do that for about 30 seconds. The goal is however long you inhale, you're going to exhale twice as long. So if you're inhaling for 2, exhale for 4. Inhale for 4, exhale for 8, whatever that works for you. And then we'll do a quick stretch, and then I'm going to pour my coffee and get into the next round. So with that being said, and again, one of the things I find helpful, and Carrie's going to go over this in our yoga session, is using our diaphragm and our abdominal area to breathe. So expanding out there versus through my chest. One more time. One of the things I like to do is match my breath now. So we're going to do a big inhale. Extended, reach my arms out. I'm going to flex them. And then come back in. Do that 3 times. One more time. Look at that. That's the perfect timer. So that means it is time for us to get into our next workflow. We have literally just enough time. No, I got like 15 minutes. We're going to do a 15-minute timer here. Because I was a little delayed getting the live stream started, but I'm going to go get the coffee, pour it. We're getting into our second workflow. 15 minutes, a little bit more condensed. Should be just enough time for me to submit these claims. We'll get rocking. Yeah, Nick, I see you. What's up, homie? All right, let's get that coffee. Let's get into it. Pour my nice coffee and protein. Yeah, look, I'll put stuff in here and don't buy us. Maybe put it in here. I don't know where it is. I don't know. We gotta find it. You think maybe it's over here? All right, let's get rocking, y'all. Officially getting this out of workflow. Getting these claims submitted. Let's get it. Okay. And again, just to remind you guys, Carrie's going to be doing yoga at noon today, Eastern time. Instead of me doing my workout, we figured we'd change it up. Carrie will get in here. Hang with y'all. Okay. close that out. Let's bring this up. Let's see what you got for me. Confirmed. Okay. Diagnostic plus plan. CBT code to use. So-called diagnostic plan. Coaching. So we use the same diagnosis code, but we're just using different CPT codes, it looks like. Okay. Helpful to know. It's always fun learning all these different games about insurance and whatnot. All the different pieces. Okay, so patient visits. And do a new visit. Patient. Okay. Why don't I have like the information? Can you just have like manage patients? Yeah, why can't I just add this? Here we go. Okay, can I do patients? Okay. Status, add new visit. Visit. How do I type it? Oh, okay. I can just search here. Aha. Look at that. Perfect. It pulls all that stuff up. Nice. I love this. I don't have to mess with any of the billing or at least the personal info. Then I can just go to the notes and the codes provider, which will be me. Cool. This was on when? This was Saturday. For visit. Let's go here. Let's just do this. Okay, so we're gonna do PT code 99403. It looks like. No, God. I love technology. I love technology, y'all. How about you guys? It's pretty sweet. You know what I'm saying? Being able to plug in all the questions and all the thoughts. Tap through rate. Ooh, what's TRR? Tap through rate. I don't even know what that means. That means someone clicking through. Suggestion: pin now into increase sales. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna pin. What we'll get into is with these clutch products like my band set. What's up? Books. Pin now. Oh, suggestions. Fresh idea here every 2 minutes. Cool. So I can just like pop up a new thing. I love technology. What's up, y'all? Again, I'm going to keep saying this. Okay. Is it? Okay. Need any of that? Okay. Let's go from info. Boom. Patient visits. Let's open. Okay. While we're doing that, let's also go into Reddit, see if we can add some value for some peeps here. I always like to try and add value where we can. So, nice. Get it, dang dude. Dude, what's up? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got back. Let's check. Login. Login. Let's check in on LinkedIn peeps. How are we doing on LinkedIn? Okay. Codes to enter. Okay. Ten. 10 to 10. This one was 2. What's the CPT code? 3. Pointer. And code to fit. Okay. Okay, cool. How are we doing on time? Less than 5 minutes. I think we got this though. Okay. 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 Let's check. Got the life of the fighter. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let's update. Charge balance is open. Payment. Okay, now we're going to click this. Claim. Successfully claims 50. What if anything am I missing? I think that's pretty much it, right? Station. I gotta submit my owner ID. Essentials, my NPI is. Where's my NPI? Oh, it's fine. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. I think that all looks right? Yeah, cool. Update. Yeah, submit. Nice. Okay. So that claim was submitted. That was a lot easier. With time to spare. Now we gotta figure out what we're doing with chucks. Chuck is a tricky one. So I want to next. All right, we're getting there, yo. Getting back. Let's log in. Let's check my profile. I always like to check in. Also, it's like the goal is to add value. So if you guys have questions, please let me know because I'm literally going on like Reddit, on different groups, on LinkedIn, on different platforms to like try and add value where I can. Because at the end of the day, that's like one of my main missions. East Coast. All right, and that's our time. So I got about 2 minutes before I jump into my next call. Let's just check to see. Thanks, Crystal. I see you, dude. See if I have any messages that might be outstanding I want to jump into here. No, nothing crazy. Okay. Submitted that claim. And that's pretty much going to do it, y'all. So that's it. Again, I will be back. Really, actually, Carrie's going to be back at noon. Oh, my goodness. I've got all the things here. Carrie will be back at noon getting into some yoga, some mobility. I might even join, but we got the kids, so we'll see. Hopefully I'll see you on that one. If this has been helpful, please make sure you're liking, subscribing, following, sharing with others. And if not, I'd like to know. Give me some feedback. Let me know what's up. But with that being said, later, y'all.